Hi there, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So on this video, I'm gonna teach you how to make responsive designs in Figma. As you can see right here, I have a responsive design specifically for the background, and then I have a very stale profile picture or the middle part right there. Awesome, right? And by the way guys, before we get started, this is gonna be a free trial video. What I mean by that is our method here is gonna be free trial, so there will be constraints, but I will explain to you what are the paid subscription and the difference with them. So let's get started right here. The first thing you want to do is of course have a Figma account. Now if you don't have a Figma account, you can simply create one by using your dummy Google account. And I have a full tutorial on how to use Figma, so please check it out. So next thing, go to this website. So it's gonna be called Freepik. I have a video about Freepik also, so please check it out. And then once you're here, hover your mouse to more, and then go to collections. And once you're in collections, it should look like this. Now these are templates that we can use, or basically an inspiration, a design, a template, or so we don't have to start from scratch. So I already have downloaded one, and I'm gonna use that on my video. Now once you're here, let's just go back on Figma. So this is gonna be my Figma, or basically my responsive design, right? Now again guys, this is gonna be a free trial, so there are certain constraints. Anyway, I'm gonna teach you how to do this, so let me just place it on the top section, and then we're gonna create from scratch. So the first thing you want to do is of course head over in the top section and click on that frame, and then you're gonna have a size. So we have phone, tablet, desktop presentations up to archive. So please go on desktop and then choose desktop right there. Now once you're here, this is gonna be the desktop design. You don't have to resize it. You don't have to do anything. Now once you're on the desktop design, just input the one you downloaded from earlier from Freepik. So I'm gonna do the same here. It's gonna be on my desktop right there. Let me just use a different design for discussion purposes. I'm gonna simply place it right there. Now I know it's a bit large, so we can just resize it. And this is what I love about Freepik, is that you can resize it however you see fit. Now, as you can see right there, it's not really aligned. So with that being said, we can resize it up to a certain point. But if you extend it at a certain point, for example, it will lessen. Now, how can we do that? It's very responsive up to the very end. I'm going to teach you how. So once your design is complete, let's just go here a little bit. Give me a second. Perfect. Now, this is going to be our sample design, right? So the first thing you want to do is of course add some resources. Now there are plugins inside Figma you can add here, and as you can see, just type in Freepik, open the Freepik up, and it's just gonna be your plugin library. From abstract up to food, you can add it right there. Now for example, I want to add some coffee design. I can just simply take this, drag it over here. Easy as that. So you don't have to scour the social media accounts. I don't have to scour the internet for a perfect design I have. So I'm just gonna place it right in the middle, perfectly right there. I know it's a bit overlapping the other designs there, but it's perfectly fine. But this is just a sample photo or a sample design on how to use this Figma application. Perfect, right? Now with that being said, we have design now. Now for example, you want it a bit more faster. You don't want to search the template. You don't want to upload your own design. Go here and then choose AI image generator. It's basically an image generator inside Figma that is powered of course by Freepik. So you can put it right there, a photo of a cute small dog sitting in a movie. If you want that, just simply type in or click the right arrow key. But for this, I want to type in here, let's just say a good cup of coffee. Something like that. And then make magic right there. And I'm just gonna wait for it to be finished. So welcome back to the video. Right now, here's gonna be our cup of coffee. Now there are gonna be images right there where you can use to your liking. So again guys, if you don't have your library, you don't want to scour the internet, just use that image generator. It's gonna be inside Figma anyway. So let me just remove that one. I'm not gonna use anything there. I'm just gonna go back on my design. So for example, we're done here with the image. So make sure you click on it, make sure it's gonna be inside there. A good cup of coffee, let me just remove that one. And then make sure they're under the layer they're logged in. For For example, this coffee right there, I'm gonna drag it under desktop 2 because desktop 2 is gonna be our design there, right? Let me just plug it right there. Now next thing we want to do with the image right here, of course, let me just make sure it's centered perfectly right there. So whenever you move your background, for example, that image inside it will stay the same, but the background is pretty reactive. Awesome, right? Now there are tons of things that you can set this also with the same technique. So once that's done, you can add some more. For example, let's add some text here. I'm gonna type in there sample coffee, something like that. So to make it more visible, I'm gonna color this one on the red side, something like that. Perfect. Now make sure they're selected, the two of them, the name, the text, and the background image or the coffee, and make sure they're aligned in the middle. Perfectly right there. Now make sure you click on auto layout, and once you're here, make sure it's gonna be on the middle section, the line center right there. And now one more thing you want to take note of is gonna be the vertical gap. You can just simply hold it and place it on the right section. This will depend on your liking. So I'm now gonna set a certain number here, so I'm just gonna retain it as 0. Of course, we should change this constraints also from left to scale, and then make sure this is top, and like that, we're good to go here. So just make sure once you're done resizing the two of them, make sure double click on the text, and this is gonna be fill container, because by default this is fixed width. Now if you have some more text here, for example a sub-content or subtext, make sure it is also changed to fill. Now speaking of the image, just double click on it, and then make sure you click on image right there, and this one make sure that this is fit. So that's it. Let's try in resizing. This one's really responsive. For example, if I lower it right there, look at the text. It's really reactive, right? And it's perfectly simple as that. Now for example, let's add the final touches. I'm just gonna set here some more text, and then lower the font size. I think this is set on 9.6. I'm gonna go with 15, and sample 1, and one more right here, just for the sake of discussion. Let me just enable that one. Place it right there. I'm going to name this one sample 2. Now for example, you have here a contact button and a help button. For the contact button, make sure that this is left and centered. For the one on the right, make sure this one is right and centered. And then just simply try it out and you'll be good to go. Perfect, right? Now for example, you have two texts right by each other. I'm just going to place it right here and then reduce this one to 15. Perfect. So right there. Let's just say this is sample 3. I'm going to move this one a little bit over here. Let's just say. Now this should be clicked together, and then make sure they're on auto layout, the one we tried earlier, and just apply the same thing. Just apply the auto or the right and center, and you'll be good to go. And then basically you have a responsive design. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye for now.